The cameras were rolling. The Caribbean sun blazed high, and the Puerto Rico getaway that was supposed to be all about palm trees, cocktails, and reconciliation turned into one of the most explosive meltdowns in love and hip-hop history. Fans are already calling it the showdown nobody saw coming. Spice, fiery as ever, refused to bite her tongue when the whispers about Zane and Ashley's secret link-up started spreading across the villa. What began as a tense dinner on the terrace quickly spiraled into an hot war that left the entire cast rattled, production scrambling, and viewers worldwide stunned. It started with a toast, laughter, clinking glasses, and a seemingly calm moment under the string lights, until Spice slammed her drink down and stood up, eyes locked directly on Zane. "You think I don't know? You think this whole island can't see what you and Ashley been sneaking around doing?" The air turned heavy. Ashley froze, her fork halfway to her mouth, while Zane tried to flash that signature grin, but his voice cracked when he muttered, "Spice, chill, it's not like that." The table erupted. Conversations overlapped, chairs screeched back, and suddenly, it was no longer about a vacation, but about betrayal, secrets, and public humiliation. Fans watching the leaked clips online couldn't believe their eyes. Spice didn't just throw accusations, she dragged receipts, alleged text messages, late-night sightings, and even a necklace that Ashley was caught wearing. One Spice claimed belonged to Zane. Emotions ran high, with some cast members trying to hold her back while others egged her on. The family was left divided, half in disbelief, half in shock, as the tropical paradise turned into a battlefield of words, tears, and raw confessions. And this was only the beginning, because after Spice's blow-up, the cameras kept rolling and what they captured next was even more jaw-dropping than anyone expected. Under the hot Puerto Rico sun, the resort that was meant to be a peaceful retreat quickly turned into a battlefield of whispers, side glances, and stormy tension. The cast had gathered around the infinity pool, sipping on frozen cocktails, pretending everything was normal, but the energy was off. Everyone felt it, and fans watching from the outside knew something explosive was brewing. Spice sat at the edge of her chair, her neon dress glowing in the fading light. She wasn't smiling, her jaw was tight, her eyes scanning Zane and Ashley, who kept exchanging awkward glances. Spice finally broke the silence, her voice cutting through the music like a blade. "So y'all really think I'm blind? Y'all really think I don't see what's happening right in front of me?" Zane chuckled, nervously trying to play it cool, but the crack in his confidence showed. "Come on, Spice. You always making something out of nothing. We just vibing. Ain't nothing more to it." But Spice wasn't having it. She stood up, every eye at the table, locked on her. "Vibing is when you dance at the club. Vibing is when you take a shot together. What y'all doing is sneaking around and embarrassing the whole family in front of the world." The cast gasped, jaws dropped, cameras zoomed in to catch every expression. Ashley's hands trembled as she sat down, her glass, her voice shaking. "Spice, you tripping, you don't know what you talking about." But Spice whipped out her phone, scrolling furiously until she pulled up screenshots. "Really? Ashley, you wearing his chain? Really? Zane, you texting her at 3 in the morning, telling her you wish she was in your bed?" The group erupted. Chaos spilled out like a wave. Scrappy shouted, "Yo, chill, this ain't the time or place." Carly Red fanned herself, muttering, "Lord have mercy, this finna blow up." While Erica pulled out her phone, already texting furiously as if the entire scene wasn't being filmed from 3 angles already. The tension exploded further when Spice threw her phone on the table, the screen flashing with messages allegedly between Zane and Ashley. Fans were shocked to see lines like, "Don't tell nobody, keep it between us," and "Puerto Rico was supposed to be our secret." Emotions ran high. Ashley tried to grab the phone, but Spice snatched it back, yelling, "Don't touch nothing, these receipts belong to me and the whole world about to see the truth." Zane slammed his hand on the table, his voice booming, "Yo, you crossing the line. Spice, you ain't finna ruin me like this." But Spice laughed bitterly. "Ruin you? Baby, you already ruined yourself." Rashida leaned over, whispering to Kendra, "Girl, this ain't no vacation, this a funeral for friendships." While production staff in headsets scurried around trying to control the chaos, one producer whispered, "Keep rolling, this is TV gold." And the cameras captured every single tear, glare, and scream as the dinner spiraled out of control. Drinks spilled, plates crashed. Ashley finally stood, her voice cracking with fury, "I don't owe you nothing, Spice. You not my mama, you not my judge." And Spice lunged forward, shouting, "But I am the queen and you gon' respect me." The scene turned into an all-out verbal war with cast members taking sides, some shouting for Spice, others defending Ashley and Zane, and in the middle of the chaos, Kirk Frost raised his voice for the first time. Y'all realize fans watching this at home gone, drag us all right. The internet gone, eat this up, but nobody was listening. The emotions were too raw, the betrayal too loud. Jasmine, who had been quiet until now, finally chimed in with a sly smirk. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Zane always been sneaky and Ashley always been thirsty, y'all. Just mad Spice caught it before TMZ did. That only added fuel to the fire. Ashley's face turned red. She screamed, "Girl, shut up, you ain't got no room to talk about thirsty. You been chasing married men since day one." The crowd erupted again, chairs scraped back, voices. Rose fans later commented, "It looked less like a reality show and more like a live boxing match without the gloves through it all." Spice stood tall, her voice echoing over everyone. "Don't nobody play with me, don't nobody disrespect me, and don't nobody bring shame on this family in my presence." The cast fell into a stunned silence for a moment. Only the waves crashing against the Puerto Rican shore filled the air, but that silence didn't last long because Zane suddenly blurted out, "You acting like you perfect, Spice, but you hiding secrets too." And just like that, the night wasn't just about Ashley and Zane anymore, it was about every skeleton in every closet. And fans watching the clips leaked online couldn't stop replaying that exact moment, wondering what secrets Zane was hinting at, what bomb was about to drop next. The family was left divided. Production could barely keep control, and Spice's words hung heavy in the humid night. "This ain't the end, this just the beginning." The villa had never felt so small. The walls seemed to close in with every scream, every glare, every tear that dropped onto the tiled floor. The tropical air was heavy, but the weight in that room was heavier. The cast had been through scandals before, but this felt different. Fans online were already dubbing it the Puerto Rico betrayal, and production whispered to each other this footage alone could carry the season. Spice paced the length of the table, her heels clicking like a drumbeat of war, her voice rising with each word. "I told y'all from day one, I don't play games, I don't sit quiet when lies are being fed to my face. Zane, you thought you was slick. Ashley, you thought you was untouchable, but tonight, the truth bleeds out right here under these palm trees." Ashley covered her face, but the cameras were merciless, zooming in to catch every shaky breath, every quiver in her lip. She muttered through her hands, "Why you doing this to me, Spice? Why in front of everybody?" But Spice shot back louder, "Because the world deserves to know you, not the innocent angel you pretend to be. And you, Zane, you ain't no saint either." The crowd around them wasn't just watching, they were absorbing every second. Scrappy leaned forward with his chin on his fists, his eyes wide. "Yo, this is bigger than what I thought. They really exposing each other like that?" Carly Red shook her head, laughing under her breath. "Puerto Rico supposed to be paradise, but it's giving straight funeral vibes." Suddenly Zane slammed his chair back, the legs screeching against the floor. His voice boomed, Nah, Spice, you not about to drag me on national TV without me saying my piece. You out here calling me a liar, but you ain't talking about the late night calls you ain't talking about how you begged me not to leave the studio last month." The entire room froze. Everyone turned to Spice, who simply smirked that dangerous slow smirk. She was famous for "Baby, don't twist my words, you know good and well I wasn't begging for no attention. I was warning you, because I knew exactly what type of man you were." Ashley's jaw dropped. She turned to Zane. "Hold up, what she mean by late night calls, what she mean by studio?" And just like that, Spice had created a second crack, one aimed right into Ashley and Zane's fragile trust. The argument spun like a tornado, words overlapping, accusations flying. Production staff tried to calm them, but the cameras were eating it up. Every angle, every close-up, every trembling confession. Zane leaned across the table, his eyes locked on Spice. "You always want to act like the queen, but queens don't break down kingdoms. They build them. You destroying people's lives for views. For clout, for likes." Spice's laugh cut through him. "Boy, please, if I wanted clout, I'd have been done this years ago. I'm doing this because this family deserves honesty, and you and Ashley been spitting lies since we landed on this island." Fans online were already reacting, memes flooding Twitter, gifs of Spice's face mid-scream going viral, hashtags like hashtag Puerto Rico MELTDOWN and hashtag SpiceDragsZane trending within minutes. But inside the villa, the storm had only just begun. Jasmine decided to fan the flames. She stood up slowly, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "Wow, Ashley, you really thought you was gonna be the exception, huh? You really thought you could be with him and nobody would notice? Girl, please. Zane had side chicks before. He'll have side chicks after you." Ashley snapped her head around, her voice breaking into a scream. "Shut up, Jasmine, you jealous. You've been jealous since the day I walked in. You wish it was you. He chose." Jasmine clapped her hands, laughing. "Baby girl, he didn't choose you either. He just used you like a rental car in Puerto Rico, and the tank almost empty." The cast howled. Scrappy covered his mouth, trying not to laugh, but the cameras caught him anyway. Ashley lunged across the table trying to grab Jasmine, but Kirk and Rashida jumped in, pulling her back. Rashida's voice firm, Nah, you not finna fight in Puerto Rico, not like this supposed to be a vacation. Not a brawl, but Ashley broke free for a second. Her voice raw with rage, all y'all fake, y'all act like family, but behind closed doors. Everybody plotting, everybody cheating, everybody lying. Spice raised her hand commanding silence, say what you want, but tonight the mask comes off. Tonight everybody sees the real. Then she pointed directly at Ashley. And your real ain't nothing but lies and stolen jewelry. The room erupted again. Jasmine shouted, stolen jewelry. Oh, she talking about that chain y'all remember? The one Ashley was flaunting last week. Spice nodded. Exactly my point, that chain ain't hers, it's Zane's, and he gave it to her. When he was supposed to be working late nights in the studio, Ashley's face turned pale. She tried to speak but words wouldn't come out. Zane slammed his fist again. Enough, stop dragging Ashley, she don't deserve this. Spice leaned in close, her voice low but deadly. She deserves every ounce of truth dripping on her head tonight. At that moment production's cameras cut to Erica, who had been quiet until now, her phone buzzing with messages from fans already reacting to leaked footage. She finally spoke, her tone sharp, you know what, Spice ain't lying, I seen Zane sneaking around myself, I just didn't want to be the one to say it, but since the cat out the bag, yeah Ashley. I saw you leaving his room at 4 in the morning with your heels in your hands. The cast gasped, Ashley's eyes filled with tears. Why would you say that, Erica? Why would you stab me in the back like that? Erica's voice was cold, because I'd rather stab you with the truth than let you drown in lies. The atmosphere shifted darker than ever. Fans watching live streams couldn't believe how far it had gone. Spice dragged Ashley. Erica backed it up, Jasmine mocked her, and Zane couldn't control the fallout. His voice cracked. Ashley, you told me you was ready for this, you told me you could handle it. Ashley snapped back. Handle what, Zane? Handle being embarrassed in front of the whole world? Handle you dragging me down when you can't even keep your story straight? Tears streamed down her face, but Spice was relentless. She raised her glass and toasted too, the truth finally spilling like cheap wine on expensive tiles. The cameras zoomed in tight, catching the sparkle of the liquid as it dripped across the table outside. The villa fans were camped out with banners yelling Spice's name. Reporters already circling the island, sensing the scandal of the year. Some fans were shocked, others were thrilled, but one thing was certain, the family was left divided. Production had captured gold, and the meltdown was far from over, because as Spice sat back down with that smug smile, Zane stood tall, pointing at her. If you want to play queen, fine, but queens fall too, and when your secret comes out, the whole kingdom gone. Crumble. The cast erupted again, questions flying. What secret was Zane hinting at? What was Spice hiding? And for the first time Spice's smile faltered. Just a little, enough for fans to start speculating that maybe Zane wasn't bluffing, maybe the queen really did have a skeleton rattling in her closet. The night stretched longer than anyone expected. No one touched their food plates, sat cold untouched, while the arguments looped in circles, voices rising, falling, rising again, until finally Spice stormed off, heels echoing through the villa hallways. Cameras chasing behind her. Ashley collapsed into her chair, sobbing, Zane pacing like a caged animal, Jasmine sipping her drink smug as ever, Erica scrolling through her phone, already drafting a post to tease the drama to her millions of followers. Rashida whispered to Kirk, baby, this trip cursed, we should have stayed home. Kirk shook his head, sighing, nah, this trip blessed, this is history being made right here. And as the waves crashed outside the Puerto Rican villa, the chaos inside promised one thing to the world: this was only part one of the meltdown, the rest would be even louder, even messier, and fans couldn't wait to see it unfold. The night didn't end with Spice storming out, it only shifted the energy like a fuse had been lit and the explosion was waiting to go off. Zane kept pacing, his chest rising and falling as if he couldn't catch his breath. Ashley sobbing with her face buried in her hands, the cast whispering in little circles, while the cameras stayed locked in. Nobody dared to blink, because everyone knew the next twist was about to come. Jasmine leaned back in her chair, her smile wicked, her voice cutting through the silence. So Spice thinks she the only one with ammo? Ha, wait till the sun come up. This whole villa gone burn with secrets. Scrappy whipped his head around. Girl, what you mean by that? Jasmine only shrugged, sipping her drink. I mean what I said, this ain't over. Ashley suddenly looked up, her tears turning to rage, her voice raw. Why are y'all enjoying this? Why is everybody laughing at my pain? Do you know what it feels like to be humiliated like this in front of the world? Erica coldly responded, "Welcome to the show, baby, this is what you signed." Up for the spotlight, don't shine without heat. Fans online replayed that line over and over, tweeting it as if it was a movie script. The spotlight don't shine without heat trended for hours. Ashley screamed, "I don't care about the spotlight, I care about love, I care about Zane, and all of you, just using me for ratings." She slammed her hands on the table, startling everyone, her voice breaking. "You call this family, but all I see is vultures, waiting for blood." Zane rushed to her side, kneeling down, gripping her hands. "Ashley, look at me, block all of them out, it's me and you against the world, we gone, get through this." But before he could finish, Jasmine cackled, "Boy please, you been saying that same line to every girl since 2015, ain't nobody buying it." Zane's jaw tightened, his voice shaking with fury. "Watch your mouth, Jasmine, before I really lose it." Jasmine leaned forward, eyes flashing. "Lose it, then we all waiting," the cast shouted over each other. Scrappy tried to calm them. Yo, no hands, we not doing that." But production was ready for anything. Security guards hovered by the walls, their eyes scanning for the first sign of violence. Then Carly Red dropped her own bomb. She slammed her wine glass down, the stem shattering. "Y'all wanna know the real tea? I saw Ashley in Zane's car weeks before this trip back in Atlanta. Don't play innocent like this just started. I saw it with my own eyes." Gasps echoed through the room. Ashley's face crumbled. "Why you doing this, Carly? Why now?" Carly's tone sharp, "Because I'm sick of the lies, and sick of acting like we all blind to what's been going on." Rashida shook her head, whispering, "Lord, it's getting worse and worse." Kirk muttered under his breath, "This the kind of mess you can't script even if you tried." The irony of his words wasn't lost on anyone. Fans online clipped that moment, posting it everywhere with captions like, "Even Kirk knows, this is wild." Spice re-entered the room just as the tension reached its peak, her hair slightly undone from pacing. Her eyes blazing, she pointed straight at Zane. "So you still sitting here playing victim while your girl drowning in lies?" Zane snapped back, "Nah, Spice, you not gone. Flip this, you the one hiding things, you act like you the queen, but you forget I know about that trip to Vegas last year." The room froze, silence thick as smoke. Everyone stared at Spice, waiting her reaction. Her lips curled into a smirk, but her eyes betrayed the flicker of panic. "Boy, you better watch what you say, because Vegas ain't got nothing to do with this conversation." Zane clapped his hands mockingly. "Oh, it got everything to do with it. You remember the hotel, you remember who you was with." Gasps erupted again. Jasmine leaped to her feet. "Spill it, Zane, don't tease, tell the whole story." Spice shouted, "Shut up, Jasmine, you live for my downfall." But the damage was done. Fans online immediately flooded timelines with the hashtag Vegas secret, demanding answers. Ashley's tears dried up as she looked between Spice and Zane. "So it's not just me, it's everybody lying here." Her laugh was bitter, hollow. "This whole cast is fake, all of us selling pain for cameras." Erica replied coldly, "And the checks too, don't forget that part." The words hung in the air, slicing through whatever remained of unity. Spice finally raised her voice louder than anyone. "Fine, y'all want Vegas, y'all want skeletons. Cool, let's play that game, but when my truth comes out, half of y'all career's gone." And tonight, the cast erupted. Chaos spread again. Some shouted to spill the secret, others begged her to stop. Fans watching leaked live streams were stunned. People tweeted, "This ain't reality TV anymore. This is destruction caught on camera." Security stepped in, separating the cast before fists could fly. But Spice broke free, her heels clicking as she climbed on top of the table, her voice echoing like thunder. "Listen to me clear, if anybody think they can destroy me, you better think twice, because I run this show, I built this empire, and I can tear it down with one sentence. Don't play with me." The cast stared up at her, some defiant, some terrified. Fans online declared it the most iconic moment of the franchise. GIFs of Spice standing on the table went viral, labeled Queen Energy. But Zane smirked, whispering just loud enough, "Every queen has her fall." Spice pointed at him, her finger trembling with rage, "And you gon' be the first to witness it." The producers whispered furiously, debating if they should cut the cameras, but the director insisted, "Keep rolling, we capturing history." The night dragged on, the drama stretched further. Each accusation sharper than the last. Outside the villa, the ocean roared like it too. New secrets were spilling. Fans lit up social media with theories about Spice's Vegas trip, Ashley's necklace, Zane's loyalty, Jasmine's mocking laughter, and whether the cast would even survive this trip together. The Puerto Rico meltdown wasn't just television anymore, it had become legend. Fans couldn't stop watching, couldn't stop guessing, couldn't stop taking sides, and the family was more divided than ever. The Puerto Rico night dragged into dawn, but nobody slept. The villa was haunted with voices echoing down the halls, slammed doors, muffled sobs and whispers that felt louder than screams. The cameras never stopped rolling. Fans online were glued to every leaked second, waiting for the next explosion. Spice had locked herself in her sweet butter. Words still lingered in the air like smoke. I can tear this down with one sentence. Zane and Ashley lay on opposite sides of their room. Not speaking. Ashley clutching the necklace Spice had called stolen, her mind racing with shame, anger, and fear. Zane pacing shirtless, his phone lighting up with unread messages, his voice breaking as he muttered, "They not gone, break me, they not gone, break us." But Ashley finally snapped, "Us. Zane, there is no us, not after tonight." Meanwhile, Jasmine was wide awake, sipping champagne on the balcony, live streaming to her fans, laughing as thousands flooded the comments. She teased, "Y'all think tonight was messy, wait until tomorrow, I got receipts, y'all ain't ready." Her followers exploded with speculation, hashtags climbed higher. Spice may have thought she ended the night in control, but Jasmine was already plotting her own counter-strike. Scrappy knocked on Jasmine's door, his voice low. "Yo, chill with the live, you gone make it worse." Jasmine smirked, "Baby, it's already worse, might as well make it legendary." Scrappy sighed, "Girl, you gone burn the whole house down." Jasmine leaned closer to her camera, whispering. Exactly. In another corner, Erica scrolled endlessly through Twitter, watching herself trend. Her quote, "The spotlight don't shine without heat," now printed on t-shirts overnight. Fans were calling her the coldest of the night, some praising her honesty, others dragging her for betrayal. She texted a producer, "Watch tomorrow, ratings go through the roof." The producer replied with 3 fire emojis. Meanwhile, Rashida and Kirk lay in bed, Rashida groaning, "Why we even came on this trip." Kirk, "Every year, same mess, same tears, same drama." Kirk chuckled, "Nah babe, this different, this the kind of chaos that gon' be talked about forever." Rashida rolled her eyes. "Talked about, but at what cost? These people losing their minds." Kirk muttered, "And making money doing it." Morning broke, but the storm hadn't passed. Production gathered the cast for a healing breakfast, hoping to calm the fire before it turned into a wildfire. But the moment Spice walked in, still wearing her crown-like braids and that unshaken stare, the tension doubled. Ashley avoided her eyes, stirring her coffee so hard it nearly spilled. Jasmine smirked behind her sunglasses. Zane slouched, arms crossed. Erica tapping her phone. The producers begged them to talk civilly, but Spice slammed her hand on the table. "Let's not play games. We not here to heal, we here to finish what started last night." The entire table groaned, but she didn't flinch. "Zane thought he could call me out, talk about Vegas. Well, let's talk about it right here, right now." Gasps shot around the table. Jasmine nearly choked on her juice. "Oh, she really going there?" Ashley's eyes widened. "Vegas? What Vegas?" Spice leaned forward, her voice low but sharp. "The Vegas trip last year wasn't what y'all think." Zane wants to paint me messy, but the truth is I was there meeting with someone powerful, someone who could change everything for me, and if you want to twist it into something else, fine, but I'll say this, the person I met knows things about this family that would destroy every single one of us." Silence draped the room, thick, heavy, suffocating. Fans later described it as the moment the air froze. Scrappy finally muttered, "Man, this like Mafia Beavis, y'all dealing with." Zane leaned forward, his eyes blazing. "Nah Spice, you not about to use that excuse. You was in Vegas sneaking around and we all know it." Spice fired back, "You wasn't there, you don't know what I was doing. But since you want to talk, let's talk about how you ended up in Miami when you told Ashley you was with your mama in New York." The table erupted. Ashley whipped her head toward Zane. "Miami? What the hell is she talking about?" Zane stuttered, his face draining of color. "She lying, Ash, don't listen to her." Spice pulled her phone out again, scrolling furiously, then slamming it on the table. "Receipts, baby, everything got receipts." On the screen, a blurry photo of Zane in a Miami club, arm around a mystery woman, the date stamped clear. Ashley's face went cold, her lips trembling. "Zane, tell me that's not you." He stammered. "Ash, please, it's old, it's nothing, it's Photoshop." Spice laughed. "Oh baby, you wish it was Photoshop." Jasmine clapped her hands like it was a performance. "Ladies and gentlemen, Zane, the magician making girlfriends disappear one city at a time." Ashley screamed. "You lied to me, Zane, you made me defend you, you dragged me into this mess." She threw her napkin in his face, her voice cracking. "I hate you." Fans online went wild, tweets pouring in. Ashley finally woke up. Spice dropped the bomb. Miami receipts greater than Vegas rumors, but Spice wasn't done. She stood tall, her voice echoing through the breakfast hall. "Y'all keep trying me and I'll keep showing receipts until nobody left standing." Ashley, "You not innocent." Zane, "You not untouchable." Jasmine, "You not slick." Erica, "You not loyal." And Kirk and Rashida, "Y'all ain't saints either." The entire table exploded. Everyone shouting at once. Production screamed in their headsets to keep the cameras rolling. Fans could barely keep up with the clips flooding online. Every few seconds another scream, another gasp, another shocking reveal. This wasn't just a vacation anymore. This was war, a war that would leave the family more broken than ever. And as Spice raised her glass again, her voice cutting like fire, "Welcome to Puerto Rico, baby, where the sun hot but the secret's hotter." The villa erupted, chaos spilling like wine. Fans watching at home couldn't believe it, but one thing was clear: the meltdown wasn't ending, it was just reaching its climax. The villa was shaking with tension. By the second day of the trip, it felt less like a luxury getaway and more like a courtroom. Every room held whispers, every balcony carried gossip. Fans online said it looked like a haunted house where secrets wandered the halls. Spice sat by the pool, her sunglasses covering eyes that still burned from last night. She sipped slowly from a tall glass, her nails tapping the rim. She wasn't speaking, but her silence was louder than screams. Production hovered, waiting, knowing Spice only stayed quiet when she was loading bullets in her mind. Inside, Ashley was pacing like a trapped animal, her voice cracking as she ranted to Erica. "Do you know what it feels like to have the whole world laughing at you, calling you a thief, a side chick, a liar? I can't even look at my phone without seeing memes of me in that damn necklace." Erica didn't even look up from her screen. "Girl, this what you signed up for? The show is the show. Either you play the game, or the game plays you." Ashley snapped. "No, Erica, this ain't a game. This my life, this my heart." Erica finally looked up, her eyes cold. "Then you should have picked a different man and a different family to fall into." Zane, meanwhile, was locked in the gym, punching the bag until his knuckles bruised. Scrappy walked in, wiping sweat with a towel. "Bro, you gotta chill. All this rage ain't gonna save you from Spice. She got the whole world on her side right now." Zane spat through gritted teeth. "Man, I don't care about the world, I care about Ash. I can't lose her because of Spice." Scrappy shook his head. "You already losing her, bro. She looking at you like a stranger." Zane froze, sweat dripping, his chest heaving, his voice breaking. "So, what I'm supposed to do, just watch everything fall apart?" Scrappy's answer was quiet. "Sometimes you can't stop it from falling, you can only survive the fall." By noon, the producers gathered everyone again, this time on the beach, hoping the open air would cool down the chaos, but instead the ocean waves seemed to clap in rhythm with the arguments. Spice walked barefoot across the sand, her voice carrying, "You think running away from the truth gonna save you? It won't, because everywhere you go the receipts follow." Jasmine laid back on a lounge chair, smirking. "Girl, you sound like a pastor preaching in hellfire." Spice shot back. "And you sound like a snake hissing lies." Jasmine clapped her hands. "Finally, she admits I'm the serpent now. Where's my crown?" The group laughed nervously, but the tension remained. Ashley sat with her knees pulled to her chest, her hair messy, her face pale. She looked like she hadn't slept. Zane tried to sit next to her, but she pulled away, whispering, "Don't touch me." The cameras zoomed in, her lips trembling, her words sharp. "You said Miami was a lie. You said you loved me, but how many lies am I supposed to swallow before I choke?" Zane begged. "Ash, I messed up, but you know me, you know my heart." Spice interrupted with a laugh. "Baby, if your heart had a voice, it would be screaming lies in surround sound." Ashley burst into tears. Fans online typed furiously, debating whether she should leave Zane or stay with him. The internet was split, but everyone agreed the drama was unmatched. Then the twist came. Jasmine stood up, pulling a folded piece of paper from her bikini top. "Since everybody throwing receipts, let me add mine." The cast gasped. She unfolded it slowly, her voice smug. "This right here is proof Spice ain't as innocent as she playing. This is a hotel bill from Vegas in her name, 2 nights paid in cash under an alias. Y'all wanna know who checked in with her?" Spice's eyes widened. She shot forward. "Don't you dare." Jasmine grinned. "Oh, I dare. The name right here belongs to someone married and very famous." The cast screamed. Chaos erupted, the sound of waves drowned under the shouts. Erica stood and shouted, "Spill it, Jasmine, tell us who." Jasmine waved the paper, teasing the crowd. "Nah, not yet. Timing is everything, and baby, the timing ain't ripe." She tucked it back in her bikini, the cameras catching every second. Fans online flooded timelines with the hashtag Vegas Hotel. Who was Spice allegedly with in Vegas? Theories spiraled from rappers to producers to industry moguls. Spice lunged at Jasmine, screaming, "You a devil, you a liar, you live for my downfall." Security rushed in, pulling them apart, Spice kicking sand, Jasmine laughing hysterically, yelling, "Truth hurts, Queen." Ashley covered her face, sobbing harder. Rashida muttered, "Lord, I want to go home." Kirk whispered, "Nah, baby, we staying. This history in the making." As the sun set, the meltdown escalated. Spice cornered Zane by the tiki bar, her voice sharp, "You think you broke me, but you forgot who I am. I'm the queen. I survived worse than you." And Ashley put together Zane's jaw clenched. Then why you so scared of Vegas, Spice? Why you shaking every time Jasmine mention it? Spice got inches from his face, her breath hot, her eyes burning. Because Vegas ain't about me, it's about someone bigger than all of us, and if his name comes out, this show won't survive, neither will you. Zane froze. Fans online replayed that line over and over. Someone bigger than all of us. What did she mean? Who was the mysterious Vegas man? Theories turned wild. Some swore it was a record executive, others a politician. The suspense had reached new heights. Night fell again. Torches lit around the beach. The cast sat scattered like enemies in a war camp. Nobody speaking, the silence heavy, until Erica finally broke it. You know what? I'm done protecting anybody. I'm telling everything tomorrow. Y'all can cancel me if you want, but I'm not holding no more secrets. Jasmine clapped hallelujah. Finally someone ready to set this villa on fire. Spice hissed, watch your back, Erica. You don't know what storm you calling. Erica smirked, oh, I know exactly what storm I'm calling, and I want to see who drowns. And just like that, the third night ended with no peace, no resolution, only more secrets. More threats, more tears. Puerto Rico wasn't just a meltdown anymore, it was a countdown to destruction. Fans online said it felt like watching an empire collapse in real time. The family was split, the world was watching, and the queen's crown was hanging by a thread. The villa felt cursed by the fourth day. What was meant to be paradise now carried the energy of a battlefield. Every corner of the mansion reeked of mistrust. People walked past each other without speaking. Doors slammed every hour. Whispers leaked into the hallways, and fans online said it was like watching the rise and fall of an empire in real-time. Production was overjoyed because the ratings were already guaranteed to skyrocket, but the cast looked drained, raw, and fractured like soldiers who had been fighting a war that no one could win. Spice woke up before sunrise, standing on her balcony staring out at the ocean, her chest heaving as if the waves themselves were mocking her. She had always been a fighter, but this battle felt different. It wasn't just Zane and Ashley anymore, it was the whole villa closing in on her. The Vegas rumors were spreading like wildfire. Hashtags filled every timeline. Hashtag Spice secret, hashtag Vegas hotel, hashtag Queen Endorfire. Spice muttered to herself, they think I'm scared, they think I'm hiding, but they don't know I hold the cards. I always hold the cards. Her phone buzzed with texts from fans, both defending her and demanding answers, but she tossed it aside, her mind focused only on the war ahead. Ashley meanwhile sat on the bathroom floor, curled into a ball, mascara smudged across her face. She whispered to herself over and over, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve this. Zane knocked on the door, pleading, Ash baby, open the door, talk to me. Her voice broke. What's left to say? Zane, you lied. You dragged me, you embarrassed me, the whole world laughing at me. Zane pressed his forehead to the door, tears in his eyes. I messed up, but you gotta believe me, I love you, you the only one that matters. Ashley screamed back then, why Miami? Zane, why her necklace? Why the texts? Why all the lies? His silence was the loudest answer of all. In another wing, Jasmine was busy plotting. She sat with her laptop scrolling through folders of receipts, photos, screenshots, ready to weaponize every piece she had. She grinned at her reflection in the screen. Spice thinks she the queen, but I'm the assassin, and assassins don't miss. She sent a text to Erica tonight, we burn it all. Erica replied with a single word, ready. Rashida overheard them whispering and shook her head, muttering to Kirk, these girls gone destroy everything just to trend. Kirk answered flatly, that's what sells, that's what they signed for. Rashida frowned, but at what cost? Kirk, at what cost? By midday the producers forced everyone into the living room, cameras ready, microphones hidden in every corner. They wanted the confrontation. They wanted the explosion, and they got it. Spice walked in, her heels clicking like thunder, her face set in stone. Jasmine already smirking in her seat, Erica scrolling on her phone, Ashley looking hollow, Zane tense, Scrappy nervous, Carly wide-eyed, Rashida exhausted, Kirk unreadable. Spice wasted no time, her voice booming, y'all want Vegas so bad, let's talk Vegas, but when I finish don't say I didn't warn you. Jasmine leaned forward, baby, we've been waiting since yesterday, don't tease us. Spice pointed at Jasmine, her finger shaking, you think you holding power? With your little hotel bill, but you don't even know the half. That Vegas trip was business, big business, the kind of business that if I spill names, contracts gone, be cancelled, careers gone, be buried, and maybe even marriages gone end. So yeah, I was in Vegas, yeah, someone checked in with me, but it wasn't no side piece, it was somebody the whole world look up to. The room gasped. Ashley wiped her tears, whispering, who? Spice, who was it? Spice smirked but didn't say the name. Y'all ain't ready for that bomb yet, but keep pushing me and you'll see. Jasmine clapped slowly, mocking, oh, the queen, protecting her king, how noble. Spice snapped. Girl, shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Security leaned closer, sensing the danger. Then Erica stood up, her voice sharp. Since we spilling, let me spill this. Spice ain't the only one with Vegas secrets, Zane. You was in that city too, and you wasn't alone. Gasps filled the room. Zane's face drained. Erica, don't you dare. Erica laughed. Oh, I dare, because I got photos, Zane, with a woman that ain't Ashley. Arm around her waist in the casino, smiling like a man without a care in the world. Ashley screamed, covering her mouth. Stop, stop, stop. I can't take this anymore. She collapsed into tears. Spice smirked. See, I told you, Ashley, you sleeping with a liar, while pointing fingers at me. Zane roared. That's old. That don't mean nothing. Jasmine howled with laughter. Boy, your whole life old news and we still watching it flop. The room was chaos, voices overlapping. Ashley sobbing, Zane screaming, Spice laughing, Jasmine taunting, Erica throwing fuel, Scrappy shouting to calm them, Carly covering her mouth, Rashida praying under her breath, Kirk muttering, this the end, this the damn end. Fans online went insane, clips flooding every platform. Theories exploding about who Spice was with in Vegas, who Zane cheated with in Miami, and whether Ashley would finally walk away. The internet was divided, but everyone agreed the Puerto Rico trip had turned into the most iconic meltdown in reality TV history. But Spice wasn't done. She stood tall, her voice cutting through the madness. Listen clear, this family divided. This trip cursed, but one thing y'all better remember. I don't lose, I don't fall, and if y'all think you can destroy me with rumors, you better come harder because I'm ready for war. She raised her glass again, toasting to her own survival, her voice echoing to the queen who never crumbles. The cast erupted again, some shouting support, others cursing her name. Fans online screamed, this ain't a show, this is history. And the villa burned in secrets under the Puerto Rican sky. The Puerto Rico sun rose on another day, but instead of bringing light, it only exposed more shadows. The villa felt heavier than ever. The staff moved, nervously whispering that the cast looked broken. The air was thick with the smell of salt, sweat and fear, but the cameras didn't stop. They rolled on, ready to capture every scream, every tear, every secret that dared to slip out. Spice sat by the pool in a silk robe, sipping coffee, her nails tapping against the cup, her eyes hidden behind shades, but her mind was wide open, calculating every move. She knew Vegas was still hanging over her head, but she also knew Zane was on the verge of collapsing, and Ashley was crumbling faster than the waves breaking against the rocks inside. Ashley stared at herself in the mirror, her eyes swollen, her voice cracking as she whispered, how did I get here? How did I let this happen? She pulled off the necklace Spice had exposed, throwing it against the wall. It clattered like a bell of shame. Zane rushed in, picking it up. Baby, don't do this. Don't let them break us. Ashley turned on him, her voice sharp. No, Zane, you broke us. You dragged me into lies. Miami, Vegas, the texts, the necklace. I defended you. I fought for you. And now I'm the fool of the whole world. Zane begged. I'll fix it, Ash. I'll prove to you that you're the only one. She laughed bitterly. Prove it. You can't even prove it to yourself. She stormed out, leaving him standing with the broken chain in his hands. Jasmine, meanwhile, was glowing like she fed off the chaos. She strutted through the villa, live streaming again, her phone buzzing with hearts and comments. She teased her fans. Y'all think last night was crazy? Wait till you see what I dropped today. Spice ain't ready. Zane ain't ready. Ashley already done this whole trip. Finna end careers. The comment section exploded, begging her to spill names to drop the Vegas bomb. Jasmine only smirked. Patience, my love's patience. Destruction tastes better when it simmers. She winked and ended the stream, leaving her followers hungrier than ever. Erica, on the other hand, was already planning her own reveal. She sat with her laptop scrolling through files, her fingers moving like a surgeon preparing for an operation. She texted Jasmine, we go tonight. Jasmine replied with a devil emoji. Rashida overheard again, shaking her head, they gon' burn this place down. Kirk smirked, and we gon' collect the ashes. Rashida snapped, Kirk, stop acting like this entertainment. These are people's lives falling apart. Kirk shrugged, baby, this is reality TV. Lives fall apart every season by afternoon. The producers staged another group sit-down, this time under a canopy by the beach. The sound of the waves couldn't cover the tension. Spice arrived first, her presence like a storm cloud. Zane and Ashley came next, walking apart, their distance screaming louder than words. Jasmine strolled in, sipping from a coconut, smirking. Erica followed, tapping her phone. Rashida dragged Kirk behind her, Scrappy and Carly already whispering in the corner. The producers begged them to talk calmly, but Spice wasn't built for calm. She leaned forward, her voice sharp. I'm sick of the games. If Jasmine wanna talk Vegas, let her talk, but when she finish, I promise I'll finish her. Jasmine grinned. You always got threats, Spice, but today, we dealing in facts. She pulled the folded hotel paper again, waving it like a flag. Receipts don't lie, baby. You can scream queen all day, but this bill got your name on it. Vegas. 2 nights, under an alias, but the man you checked in with ain't no mystery to me, and if I drop that name, the internet gone. Melt, the group gasped. Spice's jaw tightened. Don't you dare, Jasmine, don't you dare. Jasmine's voice rose. Why not queen? Why not let the world know who their idol really sleeping with? Spice shot up because the man you talking about got power, the kind of power that don't forgive, the kind of power that erases people, and if you say his name you're not just ending me, you ending yourself too. The silence was deafening. Erica whispered, so it's true. Ashley buried her face in her hands. I can't take any more. I can't. I feel like I'm drowning. Zane tried to pull her close, but she shoved him away. Don't touch me. The camera zoomed in, catching every tear, every tremble. Jasmine laughed cruelly. Girl, you drowning in lies and you chose to swim. Erica finally stood. Enough. I'm tired of protecting all of y'all. I'm tired of pretending. So let's drag it all out right now. Spice Vegas, Zane Miami, Ashley necklace, Jasmine receipts. Kirk your little side hustles, Rashida. Your secrets to because ain't nobody clean in this family. Rashida gasped. Erica, don't bring me into your madness. Erica snapped. Oh baby, you already in it. The villa erupted again, shouts echoing through the ocean breeze. Scrappy shouted. Yo chill, we not finna burn this whole beach down, but nobody listened. Spice lunged toward Jasmine again, security holding her back. Jasmine screaming truth hurts, Queen Ashley crying louder, Zane shouting at Erica, Erica daring him to hit her, Kirk trying to drag Rashida away, Rashida pulling back. I'm not leaving this, I need to hear it. The cameras caught everything. Fans online went wild. Hashtags exploded, theories spread, memes flooded timelines. People couldn't believe what they were watching, and then Jasmine did it. She raised her voice above everyone. The man in Vegas was a legend, a married legend, somebody y'all all know, somebody who don't want his name near Spice, but too late because I got the proof. She pulled her phone, holding up a blurred photo. The cast screamed, production, panicked, security swarmed. Spice lunged, screaming, you gonna die for this, Jasmine, you gonna die. The screen cut as cameras scrambled, but the fans had already seen enough. The meltdown had turned nuclear. Puerto Rico was no longer a vacation, it was the graveyard of loyalty, and the birthplace of betrayal. The sun dipped low over Puerto Rico, but the villa was on fire, the kind of fire that couldn't be seen, only felt, a heat of rage, betrayal, and panic. Jasmine's blurred photo was now etched in everyone's mind. Fans online froze, the frame zoomed, enhanced, argued for hours about who the man beside Spice could be. Some swore it was a rapper, others swore it was an industry mogul, some even whispered politician. The hashtags exploded. Hashtag Vegasgate, hashtag Spice secret lover, hashtag Queen exposed. Spice locked herself in her room, slamming the door so hard the walls rattled. She paced in circles, her voice breaking, as she muttered, they think they can kill me, they think they can strip me of my crown. She looked in the mirror, tearing at her lashes, but I don't fall, I don't crumble. Her phone buzzed with hundreds of calls, but she ignored them, finally throwing it against the wall, shards flying, her scream echoing through the villa. Ashley, meanwhile, sat on the balcony, her face pale, her tears dried but her eyes empty. Zane knelt in front of her, begging, Ash, please don't give up on me, I swear. Vegas, Miami, all of it, none of it means anything compared to you. Ashley's laugh was hollow. You keep saying that, Zane, but the truth is, everything means something. Every receipt, every necklace, every photo, you destroyed me piece by piece. She stood, her voice steady. I can't be with someone who makes me a punchline. I can't be with someone who kisses me in the morning and lies to me by night. She walked away, leaving. Zane collapsed on the balcony, the ocean roaring behind him like a witness to his downfall. Jasmine was glowing. She paced with her phone in hand, live streaming again, her followers filling the chat. She teased, y'all think that photo was blurred, wait till I drop the clear one. Y'all ain't ready for who the queen really been with. Comments flooded, hearts, fire emojis, money bags. She laughed, sipping champagne. They thought they could silence me, but I own the truth, and baby, the truth sells. Erica joined her, smirking. Girl, you really playing with fire? Spice gone? Come for your neck. Jasmine shrugged, let her come. Queens bleed. To Erica, raised a brow, you really ready to risk it all? Jasmine grinned, honey, I don't risk, I win. Rashida and Kirk sat apart from the chaos, but even they couldn't escape. Rashida whispered, this family cursed Kirk every year, it's worse than before. Kirk nodded grimly, yeah, but this year feel final, like the kind of season that breaks the whole foundation. Rashida sighed, then maybe it needs to break, maybe we all been living lies too long. By midnight the producers pulled everyone back together, cameras rolling, security on high alert. The cast sat in A circle tension so thick it felt like chains around their throats. Spice finally emerged, her eyes red, her hands shaking, but her voice still sharp. You think you broke me, Jasmine, you think you got power, but power don't come from receipts. Power comes from respect, and baby, you will never have that. Jasmine leaned forward, her smirk unshaken. Respect don't trend, receipts do. She pulled her phone, holding it high. Should I show them the clear photo? Should I show the world who they're? Queen really bowing down to the cast screamed no. Some begged her to stop, others egged her on. Zane shouted, do it, end this already. Ashley whispered, please Jasmine, don't. Erica laughed, spill it girl, spill it. Spice lunged across the circle, security catching her just in time. Spice's voice cracked. You say that name, you destroy everything, not just me, not just you, but this whole empire, Jasmine sneered. Then maybe it's time to burn the empire down. The empire down. She tapped her screen, the photo flashed clear, the cast gasped, jaws dropped, some screamed, some covered their mouths. The name spread like wildfire through the villa, a name bigger than music, bigger than TV, bigger than the show itself. The world wasn't ready, but the bomb had dropped. Fans online fainted into timelines. Hashtags crashed, apps, hashtag Spice exposed, hashtag Vegas King, hashtag Puerto Rico meltdown. The meltdown had reached a level no one thought possible. Spice collapsed, screaming, security shielding her, Jasmine laughing like a villain, Zane silent, Ashley sobbing, Erica clapping, Kirk and Rashida frozen, Scrappy muttering, Lord, this, the end of everything. And as the cameras zoomed in, capturing every raw second, fans watching in real time knew this wasn't just a meltdown anymore, it was history, a scandal that would live forever, a crown shattered in Puerto Rico, and a family divided beyond repair. The villa was no longer a home, it was a battlefield. The moment Jasmine flashed that clear photo, the atmosphere split like glass, shattering into a million pieces. Production staff shouted into headsets. Security tightened the circle, but the damage was already done. The name on that photo, the man standing beside Spice in Vegas, was bigger than anyone imagined. Fans online were in hysterics, posting blurry screenshots, rewinding live leaks, arguing in comments sections, some screaming it was fake, others swearing it was the biggest scandal in reality TV history. Hashtags dominated the globe, hashtag Vegas King, hashtag Queen Fall, hashtag Puerto Rico MELTDOWN. Spice collapsed into a chair, her body shaking, but her voice still strong. You think you won, Jasmine, you think you killed me, but what you really did was kill us all. The empire gone, the family done, the fans never gone. Forgive. This, her words trembled, but her eyes still burned. Jasmine stood tall, like a conqueror. Oh no, Queen, the fans living for this, they gone. Crown me next. Her laugh echoed like thunder, but Ashley broke it with a sob, her voice ragged. Do y'all hear yourselves? You playing with lives, with families, with marriages. You burned me, you burned Zane. Now you burning Spice. But what about the people outside these cameras? What about the ones who get caught in the crossfire? Jasmine sneered. Baby, this is war, nobody innocent. Zane finally spoke, his face pale, his jaw clenched. Enough, Jasmine, you proved your point. You wanted to break Spice, congratulations, but you broke Ashley too, and you broke me. Jasmine tilted her head, mocking. Boy, you was already broken, I just showed the cracks. Ashley screamed, stop talking about me like I'm not here, stop using me as your prop. She turned to Spice, her voice trembling. Why, Spice? Why you dragged me? Why you couldn't let me breathe? Spice looked at her, eyes wet. Because you was part of the lie, Ashley, and I refused to live in lies. I refused to let the cameras paint me a fool. Erica clapped her hands slowly, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Well, the Queen exposed, the prince collapsed, the princess destroyed, Jasmine crowned, and the empire on fire. Sounds like the perfect finale to me. Rashida stood, tears in her eyes. Finale? Erica, this ain't a finale, this is real people hurting, this is souls breaking. Y'all forgot what family even means, Kirk muttered. She right, but nobody listening. Family don't sell anymore, only betrayal does. The cast erupted again, Scrappy shouting to calm them, Jasmine mocking Spice, Spice cursing, Jasmine, Zane begging Ashley, Ashley shaking her head, Erica egging them on, Rashida crying, Kirk shaking his head, Carly screaming, this too much, even for us. The cameras zoomed in, catching every sweat drop, every tear, every glare outside. The villa fans had gathered with signs chanting names, half supporting Spice, half dragging her cars, honked, paparazzi swarmed, drones buzzed above the pool. The entire island felt like it was watching history unfold. One producer whispered, this bigger than TV, this a cultural earthquake. Then Spice snapped, she stood on the table again, her voice cutting like lightning. Hear me, all of you, hear me world, hear me fans, hear me family, this ain't the end of me, you can drag my name, you can flash my photo, you can burn my crown, but I rise. Every time I rise from ashes, I rise from fire, I rise from lies. I am the queen, and queens don't die." The room shook with her words. Jasmine laughed. "Then prove it, because right now you look dead to me." Spice threw her glass across the room. It shattered like her past. Ashley collapsed on the floor, sobbing. Zane tried to hold her, but she pushed him away again. "Leave me alone, you ruined me." Jasmine smirked, holding her phone like a weapon. Erica whispered, "The world ain't ready for tomorrow's episode." Rashida whispered, "The world ain't ready for the end of us." Kirk muttered, "Baby, the end already here." And as the cameras zoomed out capturing the chaos, the torches flickering against the Puerto Rican night, one thing was clear. The meltdown had destroyed every bond, every secret was spilling, every wall was crumbling, and the fans weren't just watching, they were choosing sides. The villa was divided. The empire was cracked, and the world would never look at this family the same again. The morning after the reveal felt like a funeral. The Puerto Rico sky was bright, but the villa was drenched in shadows. Everyone moved like ghosts. The staff avoided eye contact. The cast barely spoke, but the world outside was screaming louder than ever. The Vegas photo had exploded across every platform, news outlets, blogs, fan pages. Everyone was dissecting it. Memes, parodies, reaction videos. It was the only topic trending across continents. Hashtags like #SpiceExposed, #QueenFallen, #PuertoRico dominated the charts. Spice sat alone in her room, blinds closed, her crown like braids, undone, tears drying on her cheeks. Her voice hoarse from screaming, she whispered to herself, "They think it's over, they think they buried me, but queens don't get buried, they rise." Her phone buzzed endlessly, producers, lawyers, managers calling. She ignored them all, staring at her reflection in the mirror, whispering, "I still reign." Ashley was curled on the couch in the living room, wrapped in a blanket, her face pale, her eyes vacant. Zane hovered nearby, whispering, "Ash, talk to me, please talk to me." She whispered back, "There's nothing left, Zane, nothing. You lied, you cheated, you dragged me into hell, and now the world sees me as your stupid puppet." He knelt, his voice breaking. "I love you, I swear I love you." She snapped her head toward him, her eyes burning. "Then why Miami, Zane? Why Vegas? Why her necklace? Why the texts? Why every damn lie?" He was silent, his tears falling into his hands. Jasmine strutted through the villa, glowing like the villain fans adored. Her live streaming again, her voice smug. "Good morning world, y'all still talking about me, y'all still screaming my name, because I did what nobody else had the guts to do. I exposed the queen, and now there's no going back." Comments flooded and fans divided, some calling her a hero, some calling her a snake. But Jasmine didn't care, she thrived on the chaos. Erica sat by the pool, sipping her drink, scrolling through headlines, laughing. The spotlight don't shine without heat. "And baby, I'm the fire starter," she tweeted, clips fueling the frenzy. Her followers calling her iconic. Rashida finally snapped, storming outside. "Erica, you destroying everything for clout, don't you care about nothing?" Erica shot back, "Clout pays bills, respect don't." Rashida screamed, "You heartless." Erica smirked, "And you broke." Kirk dragged Rashida away, muttering, "Don't waste breath, she gone too far." Scrappy tried to gather the men, pulling Zane aside. "Bro, you gotta step up, stop letting the women run the show, you drowning in their war." Zane snapped, "Scrappy, this ain't just their war, it's mine too, I'm fighting for Ash." "But she done with me." Scrappy shook his head. "Then maybe you already lost, bro, maybe you never had her." The producers demanded another group meeting, forcing everyone into the main hall, cameras rolling. The tension like a noose. Spice finally walked in her face, set her eyes red but her chin high. The room went silent until she spoke. "Y'all think Jasmine killed me, but all she did was wake me up. Y'all think Vegas destroyed me, but Vegas only proved how strong I am, and I'm not falling, I'm not running, I'm not leaving, because queens don't run." Jasmine laughed. "Girl, you already fallen, the world saw it." Spice shot back, "The world also saw me stand, and they'll see me stand again." Ashley whispered from her seat, "I just want peace, I just want to go home." Her voice broke the room, everyone looked at her, her tears real, her pain undeniable. Fans online instantly clipped it, calling it the rawest moment of the season. Erica sneered, "Baby peace, don't trend." Spice snapped, "Shut up Erica, before I shut you up myself." The cast erupted again, voices crashing like waves. Security braced, but the cameras stayed rolling, every scream, every tear, every threat captured forever outside. The villa fans had grown into a crowd, paparazzi shouting, reporters swarming, drones buzzing. Overhead the island was under siege. One fan shouted, "Spice forever," another shouted, "Jasmine, the queen now." It was war not just in the villa but in the world outside, and as night Fell again, the producers whispered. This ain't a show anymore, this is history burning right in front of us. The Puerto Rico meltdown wasn't ending, it was spreading bigger than the villa, bigger than the family. It had become unstoppable. Fire, a scandal too large to contain. The fifth day in Puerto Rico didn't feel like a vacation anymore, it felt like a siege. Helicopters buzzed above the villa, paparazzi camped outside the gates, reporters shouted questions through megaphones, every cast member's name plastered across headlines. Vegas photo scandal, Spice exposed, Jasmine crowned, Zane humiliated, Ashley broken, Erica ruthless, Rashida torn, Kirk silent, scrappy, frustrated. The meltdown was no longer a private storm, it was a global spectacle. Inside the villa, production tried to corral the cast, but the tension was uncontainable. Spice sat at the head of the long dining table, her hair tied back, her eyes bloodshot, her hands trembling but her voice steady. The world laughing at us, but I refuse to be their joke. Jasmine thinks she destroyed me, but I'm still breathing, I'm still standing, and when the smoke clears, they gone. Remember who built this empire? Jasmine leaned back with a cruel smile. Baby, the empire, already ashes. I didn't destroy you, you destroyed yourself. Vegas was your bullet, I just pulled the trigger. The cast gasped. Spice slammed her fist on the table. Say his name, Jasmine, say it again, and see what happens. Jasmine smirked. I don't need to, the world already knows. Ashley whispered, please, stop please, no more, her voice cracking, her hands shaking. Zane tried to touch her arm, but she yanked away, screaming, don't touch me, don't speak to me. You ruined me, Zane, you ruined everything. The cameras zoomed in, catching her mascara streaks, her raw pain. Fans online posted clips calling it the heartbreak moment of the decade. Hashtags, hashtag pray for Ashley, hashtag Ashley deserves better trended for hours. Erica fanned the flames, sipping wine. Honestly, Ashley, you should thank Jasmine, she freed you from Zane's lies. Ashley's head snapped. You call this freedom? You call this being mocked by millions freedom? You don't know what freedom is, Erica. Erica smirked. Baby, freedom is not caring, and I mastered that years ago. Rashida slammed her hand on the table. Enough, Erica, enough, you feeding off her pain, you cold. Erica shot back. And you fake, Rashida, always pretending to be the moral one, but you got secrets too. Don't act clean in this storm. Kirk's head snapped up. Don't drag my wife. Erica laughed. Or what, Kirk? What you gone do? Receipts always surface. The room erupted again, voices clashing like thunder, security circling, but the cameras locked in outside. Fans screamed chants. Spice Army clashing with Jasmine stands. Police had to step in to hold back the crowd. Banners waved. Team Spice, Team Jasmine. The meltdown had become a movement. Clips played on talk shows, blogs, debated morality, memes spread like wildfire. Everyone in the villa was a character in a real-life soap opera, and the world couldn't look away. By evening, the producers staged another circle. This time under the torches by the pool, the night air heavy with tension. The flames flickered against their faces. Spice leaned forward. Listen to me, all of you, this family falling apart, but I will not bow to lies. Vegas, don't define me. Vegas, don't break me. Vegas, don't end me. Jasmine laughed. Baby, Vegas is you. Vegas is your downfall. You can scream queen all day, but when the fans see that photo, they don't see royalty. They see scandal. Spice lunged across the circle, security grabbing her. She screamed. I will end you, Jasmine. I will end you before you end me. Jasmine shouted. Back to late queen the world already saw. Ashley collapsed again, sobbing. Zane yelling at Jasmine, Scrappy pulling him back, Rashida crying, Kirk muttering under his breath, Erica clapping, egging it all on. Carly screaming, this trip cursed. Cursed. The torches flickered, the ocean roared, the cameras zoomed in, and the world watched the empire crumble in real time. And as the night dragged on, the producers whispered to each other, this ain't just TV, this is history burning in flames. And they kept the cameras rolling, knowing the Puerto Rico meltdown would go down as the most explosive scandal ever filmed. The family divided, the queen exposed, the villain crowned, and the fans left asking how much more destruction could one villa hold. Day 6 in Puerto Rico felt like the end of the world. The villa was barricaded with security guards at every gate, paparazzi drones buzzing in the sky, fans chanting on the beach, holding banners, half screaming Spice forever, half chanting Jasmine the new queen. News vans lined the road outside, anchors broadcasting live to millions around the globe. The meltdown wasn't just a show anymore, it was a global scandal. Every talk show, every blog, every gossip site had the villa plastered on their front page. Inside, the walls cracked even further. Spice sat in the living room, wrapped in silk, her crown like braids undone, her eyes hollow but her mouth sharp. They think they buried me, but queens don't get buried. We resurrect. I've been through worse than this, and I'm still here. Jasmine can laugh, but her day coming. Jasmine lounged across from her, sipping champagne, legs crossed, her laugh sharp. Baby, I don't need a day, my time already here. You yesterday I'm tomorrow. Spice lunged forward screaming tomorrow don't exist for snakes. Security yanked her back. Jasmine only grinned her phone. Buzzing with notifications, Ashley was curled up on the staircase crying again. Fans online had turned her pain into memes, some calling her tragic, some calling her iconic, her name trending worldwide. Zane tried once more to comfort her. Ashley, listen to me, I messed up but I can fix this, I can fix us. Ashley's voice cracked, her hands shaking. Fix us? You can't even fix yourself, Zane. You broke me in front of the whole world, you turned me into a fool. She shoved him back, her sobs shaking the walls. I hate you, Zane collapsed into his hands. Broken Erica scrolled through headlines, grinning, her name trending for her one-liners. She whispered to herself, the spotlight don't shine without heat, and I keep it burning. Rashida stormed at her. Erica, you evil, you laughing at Ashley's pain, you laughing at Spice's fall, you laughing while we drown. Erica smirked. Baby drowning makes good TV, Kirk growled. You heartless, Erica shot back, and you spineless, Kirk, you ain't stop your wife's tears, you ain't stop your family's collapse, so don't preach to me. The room erupted again, security bracing cameras. Zooming outside, a roar rose from the crowd, fans screaming, as news broke across every phone the Vegas man's name. Leaked officially, blogs dropped it, clear photos surfacing, the internet crashed under the weight of it. Spice froze, her eyes wide, her lips trembling for the first time, her silence louder than screams. Jasmine jumped to her feet, cackling, told y'all queens bleed, told y'all queens fall, and tonight, the world saw it. Spice finally broke down, tears streaming, her voice cracking. Y'all killed me, y'all killed everything I built, Ashley whispered, now you know how it feels. Zane stood, his face pale, his voice shaking. This gone too far, y'all don't realize lives outside this show, getting burned. Marriages crumbling, families broken, kids gonna see this, Jasmine sneered. Collateral damage, baby empire, don't rise without blood, Rashida screamed. This ain't empire, this hell, Scrappy muttered. Nah, this history, the kind of history people gone study like a car crash. Kirk shook his head. This bigger than TV, this the end of us. Fans online went berserk. Hashtags, hashtag queen, fallen, hashtag Jasmine crowned, hashtag pray for Ashley, hashtag cancel Zane, hashtag Spice secret man trended. All at once, the meltdown dominated the world. Memes, music remixes, even protest signs flooded the streets. Outside networks scrambled, legal teams, managers called lawyers, sponsors pulled deals. The fallout spread faster than the flames of a wildfire, and still the cameras rolled. Spice collapsed into sobs. Jasmine stood tall, smirking. Ashley broken, Zane defeated, Erica cold, Rashida torn, Kirk resigned, Scrappy drained. The Puerto Rico villa no longer looked like paradise, it looked like ruins, and as the torches flickered against the night, fans knew they were watching not just a meltdown but the death of an empire. A crown shattered on live television, and a family divided forever. Day 7 felt like the apocalypse of love and hip-hop. The villa wasn't just chaos anymore, it was ruins. The producers had called in extra security, managers flew in from the state's, lawyers stormed through the gates with binders and briefcases. Even family members back home started showing up, phones buzzing with FaceTime calls. Children crying, mothers begging cast members to stop the madness. But the cast couldn't stop the war, had grown bigger than them, bigger than the villa, bigger than the show. Spice was in the courtyard, sitting on the edge of a fountain, her makeup smeared, her hands shaking. Fans outside still chanted her name, but she could barely lift her head. She muttered, they think I'm gone, they think I'm buried, but I'm still the queen, even if I'm bleeding. Queens don't die. Jasmine appeared at the balcony above, sipping champagne, her voice cutting through the night. Baby, queens don't. Queens don't. History burning right in front of us. The Puerto Rico meltdown wasn't ending, it was spreading, bigger than the villa, bigger than the family. It had become unstoppable. Fire, a scandal too large to contain. The fifth day in Puerto Rico didn't feel like a vacation anymore, it felt like a siege. Helicopters buzzed above the villa, paparazzi camped outside the gates, reporters shouted questions through megaphones, every cast member's name plastered across headlines. Vegas photo scandal, Spice exposed, Jasmine crowned, Zane humiliated, Ashley broken, Erica ruthless, Rashida torn, Kirk silent, Scrappy frustrated. The meltdown was no longer a private storm, it was a global spectacle. Inside the villa, production tried to corral the cast, but the tension was uncontainable. Spice sat at the head of the long dining table, her hair tied back, her eyes bloodshot, her hands trembling but her voice steady. The world laughing at us, but I refuse to be their joke. Jasmine thinks she destroyed me, but I'm still breathing, I'm still standing, and when the smoke clears, they gone. Remember who built this empire? Jasmine leaned back with a cruel smile. Baby, the Empire, already ashes. I didn't destroy you, you destroyed yourself. Vegas was your bullet. I just pulled the trigger. The cast gasped. Spice slammed her fist on the table. Say his name, Jasmine, say it again, and see what happens. Jasmine smirked. I don't need to, the world already knows. Ashley whispered, please. Stop please, no more, her voice cracking her hands. Shaking, Zane tried to touch her arm, but she yanked away, screaming, don't touch me, don't speak to me. You ruined me, Zane, you ruined everything. The cameras zoomed in, catching her mascara streaks, her raw pain. Fans online posted clips calling it the heartbreak moment of the decade. Hashtags #pray for Ashley, #Ashley deserves better. Trended for hours. Erica fanned the flames, sipping wine. Honestly, Ashley, you should thank Jasmine. She freed you from Zane's lies. Ashley's head snapped. You call this freedom? You call this being mocked by millions freedom? You don't know what freedom is, Erica. Erica smirked. Baby, freedom is not caring, and I mastered that years ago. Rashida slammed her hand on the table. Enough, Erica, enough, you feeding off her pain, you cold. Erica shot back. And you fake, Rashida, always pretending to be the moral one, but you got secrets too. Don't act clean in this storm. Kirk's head snapped up. Don't drag my wife, Erica laughed. Or what, Kirk? What you gone? Do receipts always surface? The room erupted again, voices clashing like thunder, security circling, but the cameras locked in outside. Fans screamed chants. Spice Army clashing with Jasmine stans. Police had to step in to hold back the crowd. Banners waved. Team Spice, Team Jasmine. The meltdown had become a movement. Clips played on talk shows, blogs, debated morality. Memes spread like wildfire. Everyone in the villa was a character in a real-life soap opera, and the world couldn't look away. By evening, the producers staged another circle. This time under the torches by the pool, the night air heavy with tension. The flames flickered against their faces. Spice leaned forward. Listen to me, all of you, this family falling apart, but I will not bow to lies. Vegas, don't define me. Vegas, don't break me. Vegas, don't end me. Jasmine laughed. Baby, Vegas is you. Vegas is your downfall. You can scream queen all day, but when the fans see that photo, they don't see royalty. They see scandal. Spice lunged across the circle. Security grabbing her, she screamed. I will end you, Jasmine. I will end you before you end me. Jasmine shouted. Back to late queen the world already saw. Ashley collapsed again, sobbing. Zane yelling at Jasmine. Scrappy pulling him back. Rashida crying. Kirk muttering under his breath. Erica clapping, egging it all on. Carly screaming, this trip cursed. Cursed. The torches flickered. The ocean roared. The cameras zoomed in, and the world watched the empire crumble in real time. And as the night dragged on, the producers whispered to each other, this ain't just TV, this is history burning in flames. And they kept the cameras rolling, knowing the Puerto Rico meltdown would go down as the most explosive scandal ever filmed. The family divided, the queen exposed, the villain crowned, and the fans left asking how much more destruction could one villa hold. Day 6 in Puerto Rico felt like the end of the world. The villa was barricaded with security guards at every gate. Paparazzi drones buzzing in the sky, fans chanting on the beach, holding banners, half screaming Spice forever, half chanting Jasmine. The new queen. News vans lined the road outside, anchors broadcasting live to millions around the globe. The meltdown wasn't just a show anymore, it was a global scandal. Every talk show, every blog, every gossip site had the villa plastered on their front page. Inside, the walls cracked even further. Spice sat in the living room, wrapped in silk, her crown like braids undone, her eyes hollow but her mouth sharp. They think they buried me, but queens don't get buried. We resurrect. I've been through worse than this, and I'm still here. Jasmine can laugh, but her day coming. Jasmine lounged across from her, sipping champagne, legs crossed, her laugh sharp. Baby, I don't need a day, my time already here. You yesterday. I'm tomorrow. Spice lunged forward, screaming, tomorrow don't exist for snakes. Security yanked her back. Jasmine only grinned, her phone buzzing with notifications. Ashley was curled up on the staircase, crying again. Fans online had turned her pain into memes, some calling her tragic, some calling her iconic, her name trending worldwide. Zane tried once more to comfort her. Ashley, listen to me, I messed up, but I can fix this, I can fix us. Ashley's voice cracked, her hands shaking. Fix us? You can't even fix yourself, Zane. You broke me in front of the whole world, you turned me into a fool. She shoved him back, her sobs shaking the walls. I hate you, Zane collapsed into his hands, broken. Erica scrolled through headlines, grinning, her name trending for her one-liners. She whispered to herself, the spotlight don't shine without heat, and I keep it burning. Rashida stormed at her. Erica, you evil, you laughing at Ashley's pain, you laughing at Spice's fall, you laughing while we drown. Erica smirked. Baby, drowning makes good TV. Kirk growled. You heartless, Erica shot back, and you spineless, Kirk, you ain't stop your wife's tears, you ain't stop your family's Collapse, so don't preach to me. The room erupted again, security bracing cameras. Zooming outside, a roar rose from the crowd, fans screaming, as news broke across every phone the Vegas man's name. Leaked officially, blogs dropped it, clear photos surfacing, the internet crashed under the weight of it. Spice froze, her eyes wide, her lips trembling for the first time, her silence louder than screams. Jasmine jumped to her feet, cackling, told y'all queens bleed, told y'all queens fall, and tonight, the world saw it. Spice finally broke down, tears streaming, her voice cracking. Y'all killed me, y'all killed everything I built, Ashley whispered, now you know how it feels. Zane stood, his face pale, his voice shaking. This gone too far, y'all don't realize lives outside this show, getting burned. Marriages crumbling, families broken, kids gonna see this, Jasmine sneered. Collateral damage, baby empire, don't rise without blood, Rashida screamed. This ain't empire, this hell, Scrappy muttered. Nah, this history, the kind of history people gone study like a car crash. Kirk shook his head. This bigger than TV, this the end of us. Fans online went berserk. Hashtags, hashtag queen, fallen, hashtag Jasmine crowned, hashtag pray for Ashley, hashtag cancel Zane, hashtag Spice secret man trended. All at once, the meltdown dominated the world. Memes, music remixes, even protest signs flooded the streets. Outside networks scrambled, legal teams, managers called lawyers, sponsors pulled deals. The fallout spread faster than the flames of a wildfire, and still the cameras rolled. Spice collapsed into sobs. Jasmine stood tall, smirking. Ashley broken, Zane defeated, Erica cold, Rashida torn, Kirk resigned, Scrappy drained. The Puerto Rico villa no longer looked like paradise, it looked like ruins, and as the torches flickered against the night, fans knew they were watching not just a meltdown but the death of an empire. A crown shattered on live television, and a family divided forever. Day 7 felt like the apocalypse of love and hip-hop. The villa wasn't just chaos anymore, it was ruins. The producers had called in extra security, managers flew in from the state's, lawyers stormed through the gates with binders and briefcases. Even family members back home started showing up, phones buzzing with FaceTime calls, children crying, mothers begging cast members to stop the madness. But the cast couldn't stop the war, had grown bigger than them, bigger than the villa, bigger than the show. Spice was in the courtyard, sitting on the edge of a fountain, her makeup smeared, her hands shaking. Fans outside still chanted her name, but she could barely lift her head. She muttered, they think I'm gone, they think I'm buried, but I'm still the queen, even if I'm bleeding. Queens don't die. Jasmine appeared at the balcony above, sipping champagne, her voice cutting through the night. Baby, queens don't. Queens don't. Crowd roared. Kirk and Rashida entered, hand in hand. Rashida looked drained, Kirk nodded solemnly. Scrappy walked out last, shaking his head, muttering, Lord help us. The host started, let's begin with the Vegas scandal. The crowd gasped. The screen lit up behind them, showing the infamous blurred photo, then the clear one. The audience screamed. Spice stiffened, Jasmine smirked. Spice shouted into her mic, I told y'all, Vegas wasn't what it seemed, y'all running with lies built to bury me. Jasmine clapped back, baby lies don't have hotel bills and photos. Spice screamed, you, the devil. Jasmine, you been after me from day one. Jasmine smirked, and I finally won. The crowd exploded. The host turned to Ashley. Ashley, how you holding up after Puerto Rico? Ashley sobbed, I lost everything, I lost my heart, my dignity, my peace. The audience screamed, we love you, Ashley. She wiped her tears, the world made me a meme, but I'm still human. The crowd applauded. Zane tried to speak, Ash, baby please. But she cut him off, don't call me that ever again. The crowd erupted, chanting Ashley, Ashley. Erica jumped in, smirking, girl, you better toughen up, this the price of fame. The audience booed. Spice screamed, Erica, you heartless. Erica shot back, and you crowdless. The crowd gasped. Spice leaped from her chair, security rushed the stage. Jasmine laughed into her mic, here we go again. Rashida finally spoke, her voice cracking, this family cursed, we destroyed each other in Puerto Rico, and now the world laughing at us. But what about our kids? What about our mothers? What about the pain we carry off camera? The audience quieted, some clapped, some wiped tears. Kirk squeezed her hand, nodding. She right, we lost ourselves, chasing crowns and clout. But Jasmine wouldn't let the moment soften, she raised her mic, her voice cold, baby don't blame me, blame the queen y'all worshipped. She was rotten from the start, Vegas proved it, and I just gave the world the truth. Spice screamed back, you ain't give the world truth, you gave them poison. The audience split, chanting Spice. Jasmine, Spice, Jasmine, the stage vibrating with the noise. The host tried to calm them, but the energy was too big to raw. The reunion wasn't just a recap, it was a war zone. Fans watching live at home tweeted, This reunion feels like Judgment Day. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag reunion from hell. Hashtag Queen vs Devil. Hashtag Ashley rises. And as the cameras zoomed in on Spice, her eyes blazing through tears, her voice trembling but strong, she whispered into her mic, "Queens don't die." Jasmine smirked, raising her glass, "But crowns don't grow back." The audience screamed louder than ever. The lights flashed, the stage shook, and the Puerto Rico Meltdown reunion etched itself into history as the most explosive reality TV moment ever broadcast. Listen y'all, the Puerto Rico Meltdown left everybody speechless. The villa was supposed to be paradise, but it turned into the battlefield that ended friendships, exposed secrets, and split the family right down the middle. Spice dragged Jasmine, Jasmine dragged Spice. Ashley broke down, Zane crumbled, Erica poured gasoline on the fire, Rashida cried, Kirk muttered, and Scrappy shook his head, and through it all the fans were shocked. Emotions ran high, and the world was left divided. So now it's your turn. What side are you on? Was Spice the victim or the mastermind? Did Jasmine go too far, or did she just tell the truth? Does Ashley deserve better, or should she forgive Zane? Is Erica heartless or just honest? And most of all, can this family ever recover from the chaos that Puerto Rico unleashed? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we want to hear from you. Tell us whose side you're on, what bomb shocked you the most, and what you think happens next. Don't just watch, be part of the conversation. Hit that like button if you lived for the drama, smash that subscribe so you don't miss the next twist and turn, and share this video with your friends, because trust me, everybody gonna be talking about this meltdown for years. Queens, crowns, betrayals, secrets, all of it played out in the open, and this is only the beginning. So stay locked in, because if Puerto Rico taught us one thing, it's that the fire don't stop here, it only gets hotter.